Jalen Brunson and crew ready to bust out the brooms out there in Cleveland, but Donovan Mitchell would at least give it the old college try. This time, scoring inside over OG Anunoby. He had a game-high 31, and that's the last you're going to see of him in this highlight, at least in the positive light. James Harden missed 3. Winds up in the hands of Jalen Brunson all by his lonesome, throws it up for the lay-in and good. Knicks up by 4 at that point. Next Cavs possession, a Dean Wade missed 3 leads to another outlet. Josh Hart leading it out to Anunoby. Oh, through all kinds of contact, throws it down. Knicks in the first quarter had 13 fast break points, their most in any quarter this postseason. Under 2 minutes left in the first. Brunson, pull-up game proper from 27. Had a 12-point lead. Did New York after 1, and in the second it was more of the same. Landry Shamet this time off the sidestepping pump fake. A 16-0 run at that point. Less than a minute later, Jose Alvarado out the gate. 18-0 run. It's sounding like MSG in there low-key. You can hear the crowd pops. Mitchell turns it over. Towns with the putback dunk off the Alvarado missed 3, a 20-point unanswered run for New York. Knicks would lead by 19 at the break. By the time we get to the third quarter, it's about that time to go ahead and pack your bags for Cancun, folks. Once he hits something like that, just pack it in. Towns with 19 and 14. Later in the third, Brunson lobbing it to Anunoby. We are clowning at this point. There was a watch party at Radio City Music Hall. 6,000 Knicks fans in that thing, and all of them losing their minds. Under 7 minutes left in the third. Anunoby cleaning it up with the dunk. I just, as New York fans are watching this, I'm sure they're so measured in their expectations going forward. Everything's just going to be very understanding. If it doesn't necessarily end up in a championship, I'm sure there will be no massive reactions. Anunoby with the slam there. Towns a fan. Brunson, your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. The Knicks.
And Stephen A. Smith for more on this one. Stephen A., we've heard this a time or two in this conversation, but for the first time since 1999, we can say the Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. What is it about this team, your New York Knicks, specifically that got them back there?
Well, first of all, the thing about this team is that they got someplace the team hasn't got to in the last 27 years. 27 years is a long time. 27 years is a long damn time, okay? It's been long, and it's been a lot of suffering in the process, but it all ended tonight, baby. I mean, when you saw the way that the New York Knicks played, this is when I knew it. First of all, I knew coming into the game it was done. It was done because we saw Cleveland give up in Game 3. But then in Game 4, when Donovan Mitchell comes out and he's hitting Jays all over the place, but nobody else joins him, you saw the Knicks just stayed the course. You saw everybody hitting shots. And they are led by a superstar that's 6'1" and unathletic in terms of playing above the rim. But nobody seems to be able to stop him. And that is Jalen Brunson, who is on the verge of potentially going down as the all-time greatest Knick in history if he ends up pulling off a championship victory. It's something special to behold right now. I can't even contain my excitement. I'm not going to lie.
Listen, I'm going to take you from the elation of the Knicks tape, though, and shift it over to the losers of this equation, the Cavs. Streets was saying that this was a 1-2-3 Cancun Classic. Charles Barkley spoke to that with the inside crew at halftime. I want you to take a listen, Stephen A.
Kids at home, if you want to see what the word quit
Oh, come on, Chuck.
to give up, the verb of that is cavaliers.
Oh, come on.
Players ain't going to say they're going to quit, but you know what shows? Their actions.
And look, that is in summation what you were alluding to in Game 3. After that, when you said that they needed to add LeBron in order to even try to keep up in this league at this point, is that even enough for Cleveland at this point?
What you would like to believe is somebody is, a four-time champion with the leadership qualities that LeBron James has put on display throughout his illustrious career and what the city of Cleveland means to him. You wouldn't see a lackadaisical effort at the tail end of Game 3 the way that you did. And so that's what you're looking at more importantly than anything else. But trust me, there was an ass-kicking in the process. It wasn't just about giving up. They were demoralized because they got stomped. And as a result, they caved in that regard. But when Charles Barkley said what he said, he was absolutely 1,000% correct because he backed it up with evidence that we all saw. How many times did we see the Knicks beating the Cleveland Cavaliers down the court? How in the hell do you give up 26 fast break points in the first half of a closeout game on your home court? Think about that for a second. 26 points and fast break points in the first half. You're not getting back on defense. You're not making that concerted extra effort to really, really show the level of urgency that comes with that moment. And that's where the word quit comes from. Maybe not Donovan Mitchell, but damn sure everybody else looked that way. And now to me, when you're going to ask this question about the Cleveland Cavaliers, I got a better question for you. Which one was worse? The dereliction of duty, the subpar or atrocious effort, whichever word works for you, in this game, or the Atlanta Hawks who were down by 47 in the first half to the New York Knicks? I mean, pick one. There's a bunch of quitting, and we got to look at the common denominator. You got two teams that essentially quit. Maybe, just maybe, it's the Knicks making them quit, considering Mr. Analytics and Mr. Atkinson, Coach Atkinson, talking about, well, actually, when you look at the analytics, we actually won 2 of the 3 games. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that you simply can't stomach. That has something to do with why you got blown out, why you got your ass kicked. And that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah, look, I will absolutely concede that they beat the 1-2 out of them. But Stephen A. you ain't had to bring up old stuff. I'm a Hawks fan. That was completely uncalled for.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Trent's Hawks catching strays over here.
Let me guess. You haven't even been back to Atlanta since then, have you?
I mean,
that's how bad it was.
I know
the stench was that damn bad that they contaminated the ATL that night. That's how bad it was. That's how bad the Hawks were. Cleveland wasn't quite that bad tonight, but they were bad. Damn. And it has something to do with the New York Knicks because they're going to the finals. They're going to the finals. And oh, by the way, they might win that bad boy. I can't rule it out. It is orange and blue skies out there for Stephen A. very clearly. We appreciate you joining us here on SportsCenter.
7, 8, 9 playoff games in a row.
Oh, yeah.
So with that being said, they played their best ball when it absolutely had to have it and when it meant the most. Joe, what has been most impressive about what you've seen from the New York Knicks?
What's been most impressive about the Knicks is, it's been obviously by committee, but Brunson has been leading the charge. And it's like he's been a constant, but seems like every game he has somebody who steps up and becomes the unsung hero. Whether it's OG, who has been pretty consistent, throughout this whole postseason. Bridges coming along ever since they got out of this damn Atlanta Hawks series. Y'all know it. Y'all know it too here.
Ever since Game 3, he been
on
fire.
He has been unconscious. They hadn't lost the game since the first round. Man, hey, listen, they playing good ball, man. They hitting on all cylinders. I like what Mike Brown done. Put the ball in Cat hands. Let him be a playmaker because you gotta honor him because he can shoot it from way back there. And they have been great. With the little tweaks that Mike Brown has made, it's made them a lot more dangerous. And obviously, man, they just been kicking butt in the Eastern Conference. Kudos to the Knicks, bro. They look good. I don't know what the hell Cleveland out there doing though. That's just
That's pathetic.
Hey, Uncle Joe, that was embarrassing tonight,
man.
Uncle Joe.
It is.
I've had a lot of losing, during my time when I played. But there's one thing that it didn't take, even in losing, is effort and want to, and actually trying, and being one, even in a losing effort, you will show when you turn that film on and there are people watching. I still got that name on the back of that jersey.
Correct.
I can't embarrass myself, Joe and Unc. I don't care if we are losing. I'm going to be going balls to the wall in that loss. I mean, what I saw tonight, not just tonight's game, hell, the previous game before that is pathetic, especially on defense. It's like you look at everybody's mannerisms. You look at the
body
energy.
language.
It's like Their body
Man.
language. It's like Joe is. They not even trying. They out there, but they not out there.
Hey, Unc Ocho, it's like me talking to my kids when they playing sports. Damn, just fix your body language out there. It just look bad. You know what I mean? That's what hey man, I don't know how. I felt Donovan came to play tonight, Unc and Ocho.
He did. He was the only one that came to play.
The only one. I just don't understand how the Knicks run you out your own damn building, bro. They look 2-3 steps ahead of the Cavs. It wasn't even funny, bro. It wasn't even funny.
Joe, if you look at it, they turn the ball over, guys jogging back. There's no sense of urgency. Like, oh well, let's be resigned to our fate. It's over. I mean, what's the likelihood? It's like, what is the likelihood of us winning 4 games in a row? Do we really want to get on a plane and go back to New York in order for it to end there and then have to get on a plane and fly back to Cleveland? No, that effort. There's no way in hell.
Yeah,
I'm bringing this team back as currently constructed.
Right.
No way, Joe. No way. How you get rebounded? You got a 7-footer and a 6'9", and you get out rebounded. It's getting repetitive. And guess what? It's not going away. There is not a situation where he can go to that the pressure is still not going to be there.
Yeah.
Houston, you go to the Nets. You go to Philly. You go to the Clippers. Sorry, Chad. There is nowhere you can run James Harden that you're going to be able to outrun expectations that you set up because you've been great.
Yes.
You've been a great regular season player, but far too many times in the postseason, we've seen pathetic performances like this. And you're far too good of a player to have this happen. They say we are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, it's not a singular act. It is a habit. How many times have we seen this to say this is an isolated incident from James Harden?
It's happened before.
Yeah.
More times than not.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
You think about how difficult it is to construct a roster to be able to compete in the regular season. Now you talk about constructing a roster for the Cavs in the playoffs. Well, who are you gonna go get? Because they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and now you're saying tearing it down. So that's setting you back.
It's not good enough. All I know is that the way this roster is constructed, I got there, but that's not good enough. Look at the investment that I've made. Jared Allen has 3 years at $90 million left on his contract. Donovan Mitchell is about to get a ginormous extension. Evan Mobley is on a $200 million extension. James Harden is going to want 3 years, $90 million. I'm not doling out that kind of money to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. First and second of all, if you look at Evan Mobley and Jared, they don't play together. They don't play like Hartenstein and Chet. That should be your blueprint of how two bigs should play off of each other.
Yeah.
Ain't no way in hell Evan Mobley at that height, at that size, is letting Josh Hart push him off the block, make him settle for threes. No way in hell, Joe.
Hey, you know what I think? I don't think Evan Mobley is the guy who we all think he can be. He's not that guy. I don't think he's that guy. I'm just being 100. Because at his size and with his skill set, he's supposed to be dominating. He's supposed to dominate in this series, bro. Ain't no way in hell Josh Hart and them supposed to be guarding this man. You know what I mean? So I just think I don't think he is who they want him to be, which is probably their second best player. It's just too inconsistent, bro. Too inconsistent. You let these little bitty dudes guard you. They got more dog than you. I mean, it's killing. It's killing their team, bro. You gonna need 30. You needed 30 from Donovan and him tonight.
Yes, you needed two guys. You needed another guy to come along with Donovan. Donovan came to play tonight, but Hart did not come to play. Excuse me, Ocho, go ahead.
The other guy's supposed to be Harden. That was the point of bringing him here. That's the point. If Garland is gone, you're bringing Harden, and especially Harden with Harden wanting a payday, and Joe, after this season, this is your prove it season. You can't base it off what you did when you was in Houston.
Oh, Joe.
We can't. You got to update your resume, You say it all the goddamn time. But when it comes to basketball, the market is what the market is. And most of the time it's based off what you've done in the past, as opposed to what you're doing right now.
Hey, I honestly, I like James, but I don't think he got that gear that we think he can get in. He can't get in that next gear no more, fellas.
Not now.
It's too hard, bro. I'm watching. I know he's trying, but as you age, man, you think you still got it. What you do, it just ain't. It ain't in. It ain't like it used to be.
You can't summons it when you want to, like you used
Yeah,
to.
man.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time, Ocho. You already know.
Yeah.
Your boy used to high dive off the dresser.
Yeah. Hey,
Now I walk in there with the lights off. Make sure, you can't, I used to be up there beating my, boy, you thought I was King Kong on the Empire State Building the way I was beating my chest back when I was in my 20s and 30s. Now I come in that thing like a church mouse.
hey.
I tell you what, James Harden can get a job out here in Vegas. He can get a residency out here in Vegas. Copperfield gave up his residency. Because he supposed to disappear in that every year in the postseason.
James, listen, he gonna get it. He gonna get another contract, Ojo. I mean, it ain't gonna be no big deal, but I think you got to keep him around, bro. You got to keep him around.
To do what?
To help orchestrate some of this. What you do? If you let him go, what you got? What you gonna do?
Nothing.
Let me ask you a question, Joe. Let me ask you a question, Joe.
Unc, you trying to improve the team, Unc?
Okay, let me ask you this. For $90 million, do you believe I can find me another player that can give me 12 points, go 0-6 from the three-point line, have more turnovers than field goals? Do you yes or no that you believe I can find me another player that makes somewhere between $30 and $35 million that can give me what James Harden is giving me this postseason?
You probably can find a guy.
So what am I? So see, the thing is, we've got to be careful holding on to a name.
Yeah.
That's what he is now in the postseason. He's a name. Far too many times we have not seen the James play the regular season James Harden show up in the postseason. He struggled at times, Joe and Ocho, when he was at his absolute apex in Houston with these type of performances.
Yeah.
Now he's 7, 8, 9 years removed. And we asking him, you know what, James, go give us 30, 15, and 8. James, give us 40, 46, and 7. That's not him anymore. He's not getting by guys. If you think about it, think about how many times he's got to dribble at least 15 times just before he gets into the lane. Man, James Harden used to put that ball wop wop, and he in the lane.
He gone, yeah.
Now it's wop wop, or back up, back out. Oh no, damn, you still here. Damn, you still here, damn.
Hey, listen. I think he can play. You know what's discouraging is that the shots, he is getting some wide open looks and he's just not making them, bro. And that's just not like him. But if they talking about bringing Bron back here, you might as well keep him at the point.
No, Bron will give you better production than James Harden, and probably now I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how much they can pay LeBron, but you know what James Harden is. You already know you've been on the phone with somebody, and they call and you say, "Hey, hold on, let me," and you hold, and you like, and you on the phone for like 5-10 minutes, and they still there. You like, damn, you still here? That's how James Harden is when he tried to get by somebody. Like, damn, man, you still in front of me.
You gotta chill.
Man, I want the man to succeed so bad because he is, no matter what you think of his postseason, he's earned the respect. He's a top 75 player, and you're basing it on what he's done in the regular season. The MVP, you can't take that from him. The scoring titles, you can't take that from him. The assist titles, you can't take that from him. He's been a great player, but far, I don't know, have we ever seen a great player as great as James Harden come up as consistently as small in the postseason, Jodo? Based on what he's given us in the regular season.
Nah, I don't think so. You know, he's had huge expectations. And
placed on him by himself based on his play. That's not us, Joe.
Yeah.
He did that with his play in the regular season. When he went to Houston and we saw the first 30 games in which he played in Houston, you're like, this dude different. Man, you're like, hold on. Y'all had that guy coming off the bench?
Yeah.
But obviously you got KD and Russ. They're great players in their own right. He was never going to be able to do that.
Look, they always said he wasn't going to be able to win a championship with this style of play. And it's been proven to be.
It's hard to argue.
It's been proven to be right because he's played with some greats, bro. He's been on some hell of a teams. They just didn't get it done.
Maybe he had a little bad luck. Kyrie got hurt when he was at the Nets. He got fed up with the situation, and we all know what transpired, the COVID year and everything and blah, blah, blah. That we don't need to rehash that. Kyrie gets hurt. They have the lead, and then the Milwaukee wins. Yeah, Milwaukee, I think, wins the next 2 games or something like that. So he's been he's had some bad luck. But we watched him in Philly play great, and then the game 7, he pulls a disappearing act, Joe. Yeah. We watched him with the Clippers. So we've seen far too many times that he's done this. And then tonight, the effort tonight.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man.
I don't know.
Look, Joe, if I'm going, look here, I'm going to empty the gun, and if I'm out of bullets, I'm going to throw the gun.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I ain't leaving nothing.
You got to empty the clip, huh? You got to. Hey,
maybe I can hit him upside the head and knock him out or something, Joe. I done missed all the shots, but I'm leaving nothing. I'm coming home with absolutely nothing. And this is what, like when I used to train, I say I don't drop breadcrumbs because this ain't no Hansel and Gretel ride. I ain't saving nothing for the trip home.
Hey,
Bro,
you think you
come
lost
on, James. You too good of a player in order to have these type of small moments far too many times.
Hey,
Look, nobody is going to score 35, 40 points every game. Right. Jordan had some games in which he shot 6 of 19. And Kobe had some bad games. And LeBron and Steph and all the greats have. But a guy this great to come up this small so many times is very disheartening.
It is because he's such a great talent. And like you say, he's a top 75 player. I say Cleveland gonna bring him back. Another reason is because they traded for him mid-season. They gonna give him a full year. They gonna give him a full season. Now, if that entails a new contract, then oh well. But you can't pound the air out that ball all damn game. You gonna have to you gonna have to do this sometime. But yeah,
who's the last one to see our greatness leave?
Us.
Yeah. I guarantee you, I inject him with truth serum, put him under the light, got the CIA interrogating him with the threat of waterboarding him and sending his ass to Guantanamo Bay. I guarantee you he'll tell you he's still the same player that he was in Houston. He just doesn't have the opportunities.
Nah, he ain't gonna say that. He ain't gonna say that.
Nah. Hey, what Braun already showed you can play off the ball. He ain't got to have the ball in his hands. So just hypothetically speaking, if Braun is able to go there and go back, they'll still allow James to, control the ball and do what he needs to do. And take the shots when necessary. Honestly, I think he done lost his confidence a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much,
it ain't just him. It ain't just him. For me, Evan Mobley, he plays so indecisive on what it is he want to do. It's like sometimes he'll catch it. He should just go to a catch and shoot, but he'll catch, hesitate, and now he's all out of rhythm. I just don't feel that confidence from him, in his game. I don't feel it oozing out of him. You know what I mean? And he the one I felt got to make the leap to make it easier for James and Donovan.
Hey, let me ask you this.
You can see it.
You think LeBron James, I'm going to ask you both guys this. You think LeBron James want to go somewhere else and be the third option?
Nah, he ain't doing that.
So what option is he going to be in Cleveland?
He going to be the orchestrator. He going to be like.
Well, how you going to orchestrate if he ain't got the ball?
He is going to have the ball. What you mean?
Was James going to play off the ball?
LeBron?
I believe, LeBron has shown he can play out the ball.
Right.
Have James shown you in his 16 years, 15 years, that he can play out the ball, Joe?
Yeah, somewhat. Somewhat.
Early in his career, when he was with OKC, did he really have a choice? Russ had the ball a lot. They give him the ball some, but since he's been in Houston, when he got to the Nets, what did they do? They kicked Kyrie to the 2. They put him at the point.
Yeah.
When I don't know if he and Ben Simmons overlap. I don't think they did. No, they traded for one another. They traded for one another. He got the point. When he got to the Clippers, what did they do? Kick them to the point. When he got to the Cavs, what did they do? So are we sure that he can play off the ball? Because guess what? He don't cut. I can't put him in the dunker spot because he can't elevate.
Yeah.
So what do I do? Is he gonna be a catch and shoot guy? Is he gonna be Klay Thompson?
He's got to go back to some of that. He can't be a ball dominant guard anymore. Not no damn 37 years old, man. It's a young man's game, bro.
Hold on, Joe. Then he ain't got the legs to be able to do anything else off the ball.
Yeah, he can catch it. He can catch and shoot. It ain't like he can't make no shot. He can catch and shoot. Hey, listen, he just ain't gonna be high usage guy. Meaning, hell, he'll probably be there at about 16, 17 points a game. Like he ain't gonna be at no 23, 25 points a game no more.
Hold on. Well, if he playing off the ball right, and he'll catch a shoot guy, and he give him 16, 17 doing that. Well, hell, he doing that right now with the ball in his hands. So we still get the same person.
Well, hey, maybe we cut down on his turnovers by not having the ball in his damn hands.
There you go. Seriously.
So maybe that 16 to 20 that he give us now, minus the 5 to 7 turnovers.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, man, I'm telling you.
I don't know.
I know, man. It's hard. It's just hard to watch when it seems like guys out there dogging and giving you piss poor effort, bro. That's it. Like I can live with us not making shots, but getting out work, that's something you can bring every game, bro.
Joe, you know this, Joe. It is really, really hard for a great player to see himself as something other than great. That's why when great players fall off, they normally go. Role players, Ocho, think about it. Role players, guy played 14, 15 years, started 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to understand, Joe, and I know you and Ocho, we understand this. When you're a great player, they still expect greatness. They don't give a damn if you. The same thing with LeBron. They hold LeBron at 41 to the same standard at 27, at 30, at 33, at
Absolutely.
35. They're gonna hold James Harden to that same standard. So why do you say, man, he can't pound the ball like that? He's 37. That's not what they're expecting. Because they're paying him to be that guy. You don't give somebody $30 million and say, well, we're going to get him, try to get him like 10 to 12 shots a game because he's not the most efficient player.
Well, hey, that high usage rate, man, had them turnovers high as hell, too. It's hard to win with all them damn turnovers. So you got to cut down some of that, man. Hey, as you age, bro, you got to change your game up a little bit if you want to continue to play this game. I know he'll top the scoring list, but shit, you got to change your game, bro, to continue to play this game at a higher age.
Yeah,
you do, but it's hard, Joe. Man, it's hard, Joe. Man, I had this ball. Hey, Joe, was it hard for you to go from getting 22 shots a night in Atlanta, then all of a sudden you at Miami like, damn. Boy, I got to make these things count.
Yeah.
Let me try to get me about 4 or 5 layups in this thing. Because they're going to snatch me if I shoot too much and they don't go in. Joey have no regard. Joe, come on that fast break. Miss that one. Come back down, get another one. You start getting older. They're like, whoa. Hey, ISO.
Yeah.
So they look at you different, Joe. I'm like, I started to get old. I'm like, hey. I remember when I first, in my prime, I'm looking at that play sheet. I'm like, first 15? I'm like, damn. Boy, 84 all over this thing. I'm like, yeah, okay. First drive, like 2. Maybe we get a touchdown. We don't go in. I got about 2 or 3 more. I'm looking at the first 2, 3 drives, Joe. Man, that's about 5 catches right there.
Hey, you start adding up your yards and all.
I'm looking at it. Hey, this is a 10-yard route. Hey, if I just fall down, that's 13 yards right there. I break a